All right, and we are back with now the 4V matchup. Princeton, again in the outside lane, and Navy in lane 3. And apologies if you couldn't hear us at the finish line. Should be up and running now. And here, just under 2 minutes now for the race start time for the 4V matchup. Some great racing from the initial race of the 5V. Already we see that Navy coming to race today with coming off of being swept last year by the 1 through 5V of Princeton. Now 1 for 1.
Well, we'll see if they can continue their stretch of success with this 4V race. Should be a solid matchup. Last year there was some tight racing with a 3-second difference in the Princeton victory. We'll see if Navy can avenge that loss.
Conditions looking relatively similar to the last race, 15-minute difference. Still some 5 to 6 hour northwest winds. Sitting around 45, 46 degrees. Temperature should climb up to around 62 by the middle of the day. Getting into the warmer weather of the spring season. Not that we'll see anything in the 60s by the time this heavyweight racing is done, though. But still, pretty prime racing conditions out here. Both boats look like they are set and ready. As we start in the 4V matchup, Princeton v. Navy.
Both crews look like they had a really clean start here. Princeton really settling into this long but powerful high stroke.
Led by none other than Princeton's varsity captain, Andrew Morgan, in the 4V. Really displaying that leadership at stroke seat, as they are already up by about 3.5 seats on Navy 4V in the first 20 strokes of this race.
Yeah, really impressive start there from Princeton. Andrew Morgan with just popping it off from stroke seat. Really explosive guy.
A great early lead here for Princeton, increasing that lead to about 5 seats now.
We've got Larry Bell in bow seat. With just outstanding length here. And this guy, super powerful.
Making his 4V debut as a senior in the Princeton 4V.
Wow, and they've established an open water lead already as we approach this 500-meter mark. We'll see if Navy can rally and get back together and see if they can close this gap. But Princeton right now surging. Looks like about a half length of open water lead.
And Princeton also sitting about 1 to 2 beats higher than this Navy boat, it looks like, but with much longer, more lengthy strokes coming up to the catch. A bit more of a layback, looks like, than there was last week in these crews. But Princeton with a very concise upper body movement, not much body angle at all, and really focusing on getting that pop at the front end. Where Princeton, really focusing on getting that length through the catch into the finish. And it seems to be working well for them here as they're about a length of open water, 750 meters into this race.
And I think this early success is a testament to the depth of this Princeton crew. We've got former 2V 7-seat Jens Clausen in 7-seat chugging along here. Oswald Stalker sitting in 5. And, we've got some new faces as well. Rob Powell, Eli, and Nathan Phelps. So a blend of experience and also fresh faces. And, it's working. As this is over a length of open water already as we approach the halfway mark.
And Princeton crosses halfway. And Navy coming across about 6 seconds behind. as both crews still looking powerful and strong, keeping the form and technique together. As we saw in the last race, picking up a little bit of wind in this 1,000-meter mark, but still beautiful conditions to be rowing on. As Princeton continuing to open up their lead. Almost at about 2 lengths of open water now. As we get a little bit of sunshine breaking through those clouds, first of the day. As you see, Princeton settled a bit in their stroke rate, sitting around a 33, 34. Getting that nice long base pace in. Continuing to work well for them as they maintain their big lead.
And good on Navy, to stay focused as, this lead for Princeton increases, but Navy's remaining calm and sticking to their race plan. That's tough to do when you're down in a race.
That's true. And, as we saw in the last race and as we were talking about before at the end of the 5V race, Navy is known for their powerful starts and their powerful finishes. Rowing on that 700-800 meter stretch of water, you'll get good at that. So we'll see if these boys can pull something away here as we're through the 500 meter mark. Princeton with about 300 meters left in the race. Navy about 350. Princeton about 3 lengths of open water up. It does not look like Navy will be able to catch them at this point, but both crews still looking strong here. As Princeton hits 250 meters left. And upping their stroke rate into the sprint.
This Princeton boat's really going here.
Yeah, they're looking very clean, very strong here from Princeton 4V. Navy into the last 200 meters. Definitely kicked up the stroke rate here. We're seeing that powerful finish from the Navy crew as they do take some seats back from the open length lead of Princeton. Coming into the finish, last 10 strokes here for the Princeton boys in the 4V. Coming across the line now. And Navy will finish about 13 to 15 seconds behind them. So, 5V battle, Navy comes out on top. And in the 4V battle, Princeton responds. So, as mentioned before, some tremendous depth in both programs. Great racing from both crews in this 4V race. Princeton comes out on top with about a 14-second margin over Navy as we bring you over to the start line. And about 13 minutes until we race the 3V.